y'all, Hope here from Crafty Hope, and welcome. I am working on the Pirate Pretties Jewelry Challenge for July 2022. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. Angela from Pirate Pretties Jewelry has this challenge. She is doing a birthstone challenge this year, working with birthstone colors every month. On top of the color, she's added in a metal, a project type, and a fun element or two. And all you have to do is create within those perimeters. The fun element is optional as far as I know. In fact, all of it other than the color may be optional. I try to work with as many elements as I can, or as many of the, whatever it is, her perimeters as I can. She has a Facebook page where you can put your contributions. She'll have a picture of what she made, and in the comments you can put what you made. Or you can do what I'm doing here and do a video. The reveal for each month is on the 15th. So she'll put up her video and her Facebook post on the 15th. And you can add to that, link to that, comment, whatever. You know how these collabs go. So for July, the color is ruby. That's the birthstone. The metal choices are gold or gunmetal. The project type is earrings, and the fun elements are skull or owls. Now I went digging into some of my bead drawers, starting with my red one, looking for something that was ruby colored, because rubies can come in pretty much any color of red as far as I can tell. And then I decided I wanted gold instead of gunmetal. It just seemed, I don't know, just seemed right. So I dug through that drawer knowing that I was going to create some earrings, pulled out a couple things, and came up with something pretty quickly. I will not be using the fun element of skulls or owls because I don't have any right now, which is crazy because, yeah, I like both of those things. So I may have to keep my eye out to get some more. So I'm going to show you what we're going to make. We're going to make these pretty little things. I'll have some pictures at the end of them hanging so you'll get a better idea, but they're super easy. I'm going to use some 24 gauge gold colored wire. You could probably use a 22 gauge as well. I just decided on a 24. I've got a jump ring, an ear wire, a larger ring, a head pin, 3 of these teardrop shaped beads that are kind of a gold color. They are glass though. And then this ruby bead. It's just a faceted glass bead. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to show you how to do this real quick. And yeah, this is coming up. Oh, it's also, as far as tools, you will need some basic jewelry pliers. So I've got some round nose pliers, some chain nose pliers, flush cutters. I will probably also use a pair of bent nose pliers, and I like my tweezer nose pliers as well. So I'm starting this with this large ring and my wire. So the first thing I'm going to do is wrap this wire a couple times around my ring. So I'm gonna put, I don't know, about ½ an inch maybe of wire in the ring, and then I'm going to wrap away from this tail, the long tail here. Try to keep your wraps fairly close together. If they're not, that's fine. You can squeeze this wire back around. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna wrap it several times, squeeze my wire together, and keep wrapping. When it gets too small and fiddly where I cannot wrap it with my fingers anymore, I will pull out my chain nose pliers and wrap to finish it off. All right. Now I'm gonna turn this so that the wire is coming out from behind my ring, just like this, and make sure it is pulled down straight. And I'm going to bead on one of these teardrops, and when I get it up to here, I'm going to turn it so that the top of that teardrop sits just under my ring. Do y'all see that? So I've kind of just made an angle with the wire. See that angle there, so that this fits just under there. And then I'm going to thread on my other 2 teardrops like so, and I will bend that wire just a little bit so it wraps. And I'm going to move these teardrops down so that they're sitting kind of close to each other. I don't want them too tight. And then I'm going to take that wire and bend it up. And I'm going behind this ring because I want it to have some consistency. So I'm going to pull that wire up, and then I'm going to do 3 wraps. And I think I told you that I used 3 or 4 inches of the wire. That is more than enough. You might even have enough to do both of these earrings with that, but that's just what I had pulled out. It's just easier to work with a little bit extra than not enough. Alright, so I'm going to trim that and dispose of that extra wire, and I'll take my chain nose pliers again and just press down the end of that. Alright, so here we have this little piece done. Easy peasy. Alright, next I'm taking my head pin. Head pin just has the like nail head on the end, and I'm going to bead my ruby colored bead, and I'm going to make a wrap loop. So I'll put a link up here that shows how to make wrap loops, but I'm going to go over it real quick. So I've got my round nose pliers. I'm going to make a 90-degree angle with my wire, then move it to about how big around I want my loop to be, and I'm going to wrap that wire around my pliers, move my pliers so it's a little more comfortable, and then just adjust my loop. Now I'm going to quick switch to my chain nose pliers, open that loop just a little bit so that we can get it onto our ring here. Now I need to close this loop, so I'll use my chain nose pliers again to make sure I close this, and then I'm going to hold the base of that loop, and then take this tail and wrap it around the stem between the bead and that loop. And usually for me it's about 3 wraps. Once I get it there, I will take my flush cutters, trim off that excess, and here's where I like to use my tweezer nose pliers to come in and just squeeze that little end closed so there's nothing poking out. Alright, so that's really the bulk of our earring. To finish it, all I'm going to do is take my chain nose pliers and my bent nose pliers and hold that on either side of the opening of my jump ring, twist it open. I will slide on that onto that wrap loop we made, and then take my ear wire and slip it on as well. And then I will twist it closed. Just like that. And now I have these fun and funky earrings. I think they are super cute. I don't know how I came up with these. I've never made anything like them before, but I kind of love them. So they are ruby and gold earrings. I'd love to know what you think. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions at all, if anything was not clear, just ask away. I am more than happy to answer those questions. And let me know if you've played along with the Pirates Pretty Jewelry Challenge. I really love to see what everybody comes up with. It's one of my favorite things to kind of take the same parameters and see what other people do. So, alright y'all, thanks for watching. I'll have some pictures of these a little bit closer here, and bye!